Hello everyone and welcome to the August 2014 Q&A. I hope you guys are enjoying the vlogs, which are finally coming out. I know where we are now, we're currently on our way up to Indiana, and spoilers, we get back safe and sound, and we also go to PAX, and that's all coming up. We're very behind, but we're taking September as a month to really hit it hard and try to get these vlogs coming out to you, and that all starts with doing another Q&A. So here are the questions you guys asked in July. Well, 10 of them. Anyway.
10 of them.
10 of them. Get started.
First one. Were you subscribed to any magazines when you were younger?
I was. Starting when I was young, I had highlights. Did you have highlights?
No, but I loved reading highlights at the doctor's office.
Oh, you have to explain what highlights is to the generation that has, or maybe highlights is still around, but no one gets highlights. No one reads magazines, but
No.
Highlights was a magazine for children that was like interesting facts, and like it was a children's magazine, but it was educational.
Yes.
That's the best. Like, I also briefly for like a year had a subscription to Nickelodeon magazine, and
I wanted a Nickelodeon magazine.
Everyone did because of the commercial. It would like the kids would be like telling their parents, and the parents would be like, blah, blah, blah. It was, go look up the commercials for Nickelodeon magazine because they're actually all really good.
Was it Girls Life I had?
I don't know. I never heard of that.
It was like a preteen magazine, and it had lots of cool stuff in it. And then it got all really like 17, like the magazine 17 wannabe.
Oh.
Yeah. And then
sorry.
I stopped subscribing to it.
Oh, and Zillions. You remember Zillions?
No.
There's a magazine called Zillions, and I had a subscription to that for a long time too. But the magazine that I remember most is Nintendo Power. I got a Nintendo Power subscription. I had a lot of magazine subscriptions.
I know.
The magazine I remember the most is Nintendo Power because I subscribed to it when I was 7. I think it was my 7th birthday. I think that was when Donkey Kong Country 2 had just come out or something like that, and we had gotten Donkey Kong Country 2, and inside the thing was like the Nintendo Power sign-up form, and that's when I started my subscription, and I had it for like forever, like up until a year before they stopped making them. And I would kind of wish I would have just kept subscribing, but
For a year?
The problem is I was going through college, and they were going to my parents' house, and all the information was online. I was like, I don't really need this, so I stopped. I also for many years I had a subscription to Electronic Gaming Monthly. For a brief time I had a subscription to GamePro. I've had a lot of magazine subscriptions, and I kept like all of them. I really kept all of them. I really loved magazines growing up, like a lot. Also, we didn't have the internet for a long time when I was a kid, so magazines was how you got your information. Imagine that, kids, that you had to wait monthly for a publication to tell you what was cool. That was my life. Anyway, go ahead.
Next question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite board game, and do you prefer simple or complicated board games?
What is your favorite board game? Because
Right now. Does Pathfinder count?
That's what I was gonna say.
I was thinking more card game.
Actually, this is fun because this is also relevant to the people that are watching the vlogs that are out right now, because this is when we started playing Pathfinder and we played with Austin. The game is really freaking good. It gets really good, and we're really excited about it. And there's some vlogs coming out you guys haven't seen yet that talk about how we're actually getting a group together to play like monthly to go through the campaign. So that's all coming up. But Pathfinder adventure card game is really fun. Very fun. Highly recommended. That's my favorite board game right now. But I mean,
we've enjoyed other ones we've played on the vlog.
Yeah, and I don't prefer simple or complicated. I just prefer good. You know, it can vary because Pathfinder is incredibly complicated and Coup is incredibly simple. But they're both really fun. So it depends, and I feel like you probably have to have a good mix of both, because eventually you're going to play with people that don't get the complicated stuff, or you're going to play with people that don't want to play the simple stuff, so you have to be able to balance that out. Anyway.
Next question.
Yeah.
Do you feel it was worth it to get a college degree in order to do YouTube?
We put this question in here mostly so if there's other people that think that this is a thing, we can address it. I did not get a college degree to do YouTube. That statement in and of itself is a bit ridiculous. I got a college degree because I wanted to get a college degree and because I wanted to pursue something in film and television. It just so happened that YouTube was working out that I could pursue that.
Yes.
That's what happened. I did not go to college to do YouTube. That's not a thing you can do. At least I don't think so. Like, you don't need any kind of degree to do YouTube. I mean, there's people that, you know, there's a guy that he films himself smashing eggs onto things, and he's a millionaire because of YouTube, and I'm sure he did not go to Egg Smashing Academy. So, like, that's not a thing you have to do, but I do feel like having a college degree is a good backup. I mean, and certainly whenever YouTube dies, it'll be nice to be like, oh, hey, I also have this degree that I can do something with. So, yeah, just clearing that up. Anyway.
If YouTube were no longer a viable career, but your audience was still interested in your content, what would your plan be?
This is an interesting question that we never really talked about, but if YouTube itself went down the drain, but you guys were still like, we want to watch more videos. First and foremost, I guess it really depends what happens. Like, if YouTube stops paying as well, but it's still around, but ads are not worth as much money, we would probably pursue like Patreon or something like that. If you're not familiar, Patreon is this platform that allows you guys to basically support creators financially, usually in return for like some kind of perk or something. And it's not something we utilize because we just don't need to. Like, it would feel weird if I did Patreon because, like, I don't need the money. Like, I'm making a livable income just making the videos. But if that were ever not the case, we would probably pursue that. I mean, we'd probably be like, hey, if you guys want us to keep doing this, we need your help financially to make that happen, in case YouTube wasn't paying the bills. But if YouTube just exploded, I don't know, we'd probably go to either another site, or I would like try to make my own site or something. I mean, certainly I want to stay in this field. Like, if I could continue to do this, that would be awesome. And I hope I can do this forever. I don't know if I can, but I'm certainly going to try, basically. We just realized that we have not been reading the people's names that asked the questions. Thanks, Mal. So I'm going to go back and fix that. The people that have asked questions so far are Snivy Xiang, Unit88, Diamonddozen, Josh Hopper, and they're all going to be in the description below. Anyway, Castleinmysky asks, how does it feel when letters or comments say that your videos have inspired them or helped them through a difficult time in their lives? And the person that wrote this had mentioned that they had been helped through a difficult time through the videos, and that's why they asked the question. I'm going to let you answer it.
I think it's nice to hear. I mean, like, we want people to enjoy our content, and it's nice to hear that it helped them out in some way.
It's an unexpected but appreciated, like, side thing. Like, we are making content that we hope is enjoyable, you know, entertainment. Entertainment is a weird word because entertainment is something you watch for drama or for comedy.
Or for entertainment.
I know, but like, we kind of transcend that in a way, because, or maybe we descend, I don't know, because it's not just generic entertainment. It's not like we're a TV show. Like, this is real. This is as real as reality TV gets. So in that way, it's a little different. But the fact
isn't scripted.
Thomas is actually writing all of these. But the fact that someone can take that and say, you know, this has actually helped me in some way. Hearing that means the world, because that's not even like, I don't want to say that's not what we're trying to do, but that's not our active goal. But for that to come out of
it's nice to hear.
It's really nice. Some of the stories I've heard are crazy. I mean, they're like, so, I mean, some of the stuff that people have had to deal with and saying that we have helped in any way, shape, or form has been amazing. I mean, there's been people I've met at conventions that have, like, literally cried on my shoulder and told me amazing stories, and I'm like, you know, that's not what we set out to do, but the fact that that happened is like, it's moving, you know? It's nice. Anyway, I won't ramble on because I feel like I would just say the same things over and over. But next question is from SuperCommiDuck. Mal, how did you react when you found out your parents were getting a divorce?
I was very young. I was in first grade. Mm-hmm. I think spring, first grade. And I saw it coming.
Really?
I mean, I don't know if I actively was like, in my head, like, this is going to turn into a divorce, or, I mean, there was
Well, you were
fighting
first grade, so you were very young.
And I remember after the divorce, everyone was like, it's not your fault, because they're always worried the kids think it's their fault.
Don't they put you in classes and stuff
Yeah, I
at
had to
school?
go to special guidance class. And at the time, I mean, there were 4 of us in there, and they were like, yes, all of these people have had divorced parents. And I was like,
oh, okay.
can I go back to class? Like, what is this?
So it wasn't
really
a big disruptive thing in your life.
I
And
mean,
Karley was too young to
Yeah,
understand.
Karley wasn't even in school yet. I mean, we ended up moving away from, all our friends and everything, but I don't know, it felt like it was what was going to happen next.
Okay. That's interesting. I mean,
I'm sure not everyone's experiences were like mine.
certainly not. I mean, other people I've talked to, some people have a really bad thing, and a lot of the reason they have those classes is because a lot of kids feel like
if
they
I
did
was
something.
a better kid, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, like it was somehow involved with them, but
I never thought it was involved with Karley or I.
okay. Next question is from Charlie C, and she says, Stephen, does Karley feel more like a sister than a sister-in-law? Yes. And Charlie said, does it feel like that because you're an only child? And I think so. I don't have any other siblings, so Karley, I guess, becomes my sister in that way. And it probably also helps immensely that we're like the same age, or the same age group.
3 of us.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, if your sister was like in her late 30s, I don't think we'd be pals, Like
That's what you're saying.
that's what I'm trying to say.
I was like, Karley's younger than you.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if she was 12, then it'd be like, oh, hey, Karley. Or if she was like 40, I'd be like, hi. But because we're on the same wavelength in terms of age and everything.
Similar points in your lives, and
yeah, that. I think that helps a lot, and it's also helpful that she is as outgoing as she is, because
she is a very friendly person.
Yeah, but also with what I do, having to film everything, she is able to
mediate.
Yeah, and bounce off of that really well. She's able to. She doesn't have to shy away from the camera or anything. She can embrace that because she's Karley. She's Karley, and she's good at that, and people like her. So, yeah. Karley is my sister, my adopted sister. Next question is from number 1, and they ask, how was/is your relationship with your grandparents? Do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, all of my grandparents have passed except one. The only remaining grandparent I have is my paternal grandmother, my dad's mom, and our relationship is good. I mean, it's not bad. It's just we don't see each other very much. So it's like...
And you don't talk much.
We don't... I mean, admittedly, we don't talk much. I would be lying if I said I felt like I know her really, really well. Like, I don't. My cousin grew up with her, grew up around her, like, all the time. So, like, he had a very different experience than I had. So, it's very different. And my feelings towards her were pretty much the same as her husband, my paternal grandfather. It's, I saw them very infrequently, and then especially in his case, he had Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, and his mind went when I was young, when I was 10 or 12 or something. So it was always a weird circumstance being around him because he didn't know who I was. Mm-hmm. As far as my maternal grandparents, my mom's mom died when I was only 3. So I don't really remember her. There's pictures with her, but I don't actively remember her. But then my maternal grandfather, I do remember quite a bit, and we share a lot of traits. We're very similar. We have a lot of our personalities are very similar. I don't know. It's one of those things. If my mom were here, she would talk all about it because there's so many things that I do. That my grandfather did, or I say that my grandfather did.
And she'll stop and she'll just go, that's exactly what your grandfather would have done.
Yeah. And I wasn't around him all that much either, but admittedly I was around him more frequently than my other grandparents. So, also he was a huge guitar player, and he is the one that actively encouraged me and tried to push me into learning how to play the guitar. And he actually got me a guitar when I was 2 years old. I was far too small to actually hold the thing. But I eventually grew up and I did learn how to play guitar, and that was a lot of his push there.
Yeah.
What about your grandparents?
Well, my mom's dad passed away when I was 2, 3. Grandpa Duke, and I don't know if I remember him or if it's just pictures.
That's how I feel.
And then my grandmother remarried, and I liked her second husband a lot, and then she divorced him and got remarried again, and that was Grandpa George, her third husband.
When did she get remarried the third time? Like, how old were you?
4th grade? 5th grade?
Okay.
Maybe elementary school sometime.
Okay.
I liked him. He taught me a lot about history because he was really into history and was a World War II veteran. Maybe Vietnam. He was a veteran.
One of the two.
It's been a while.
Okay.
And I liked him. I didn't really know him well otherwise. I was around my mom's mom quite a bit because she lived in the same town, but I didn't feel like I knew her, like on a personal level. It was just, oh, Grandma. Hi, Grandma.
Yeah.
Grandma, you want to come to our band concert?
It becomes a title.
Yeah.
It's like it's like, in a way, you feel like you don't actually know that person. They're just the family member.
Yeah.
You know, you only get 2 grandmas, so this is grandma. Well, I guess you could have one, but you normally only get 2 grandmas. This is your grandma, so I understand that.
As for my dad's parents, we went up there. They used to live northern Wisconsin, and we'd go up there all the time. But I felt like I knew them better. I don't really know why. It's just that's how I felt about it. And just like you, my dad's mom is the only one left on my side, and I call her up every 2 weeks or so. And I talk to her about, this how my life's going. What are you up to?
Yeah.
So I talk to her now.
Yeah, and I mean, she does email and stuff, and you email and she calls, and I don't know, it's such a weird thing because, like, seeing Mal do that with her grandma, and like I don't do that with my grandmother, and sometimes it makes me feel bad. Like I feel like I should be doing this, but it also feels weird because I mean, if I'm honest, I feel like I don't know her all that well. Like, I know her well enough to like talk to her, but we don't. Anytime I talk to her, it's not like we're shooting the breeze. Like, you call your grandma to literally shoot the breeze.
I do.
And like, that's a very foreign concept to me, I guess. That's all I'm saying. I love my grandma, but there's that wall between us because I don't want to say I don't know her all that well, but that's partially true. Anyway, all right. Next question from DemonGal59. How do you wash your clothes? Take it away.
Because Steven doesn't even know how to turn on the washing machine.
Because I don't do the laundry. I did laundry in college, but don't let me give you advice on how to do. And the reason DemonGal asked this question, or the other part of her comment was like, she's going away to college and she wanted to know how to do her clothes. So don't take advice from me, because how I did clothes in college was
Steven waited
everything.
till everything
boom.
was gone, and then just.
I would wear pants in college for like a week, or shirts for 2 days, and I think I usually changed a shirt, or I wore an undershirt or something, but I would wear pants for like a week or whatever, and it would take me like 4 weeks to accumulate laundry, and then I would do 4 weeks worth of laundry in one night.
You didn't have anything left.
Yeah, I'd basically wake up and be like, oh god, I don't have anything left. So then I'd wear what I wore the day before, and then that night I'd have to do laundry, and everything would go in one thing, Well, it'd actually go in like 4 washing machines and 4 dryers, because I was like, oh, all these clothes. But yeah, that's how I did it. I washed everything together. I didn't sort anything, and you know what? Everything turned out fine. Nothing shrank. No colors ran. Just saying. Maybe it was the equipment we had at school. I've been told we gotta separate everything and do all this stuff. I never did anything fancy, but don't do it my way, because apparently it's bad. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I mean, starting from the basics, I separated by color, and then I pulled all the delicates aside. Like, I wouldn't wash my nice shirts with jeans, because it would tear them up.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't have any. I didn't have any lacy frilly stuff.
Yes.
I probably wouldn't have put that in. Just saying.
So I hand wash delicates, and I just use woolite, and I have a big Tupperware thingy, and I just do the directions on the woolite.
Mal separates 4 groups: whites, blacks, lights, and darks. That's what you do. And then we wash those all separately.
I have a lot of black pants for school, which is why it's separate.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that when I did it in school, everything turned out fine.
I wash everything in cold water. I hang a lot to dry because otherwise Steven's stuff shrinks.
That's another thing. Mao and my mom both have shrunk stuff. I never shrank anything at school, and I don't know how.
Low heat.
I don't know how. I don't know what's going on. In school, we must have had magical dryers and washers there. That's the only explanation. Because everyone tells me you gotta separate everything out, and I just never did that.
I think part of this question was also like saving money.
Oh.
I think.
How would you save money doing...
Make your own laundry soap. It's super, super, super cheap. There's lots of topics about it on the internet.
Okay, didn't expect that. Anyway, last question today is from Syraa. Do you believe in ghosts? No. Sorry. As a general rule with Mal and I, we're really like, I don't know, science-y people. And there's just, from anything I've ever looked at, there's just not been anywhere near enough evidence to suggest the existence of ghosts. Like, it's just...
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to doubt the existence of ghosts, just watch any of the ghost shows, because they are all ridiculous. They're all like, oh my god, a light! And then they take that concept of someone saw a light, and they drag that out for 22 minutes.
The spot is kind of cold.
Yeah, and they got all this weird gear. Like, so, no, if I disappointed anyone, I apologize for that, but there's just not been anywhere near enough evidence to suggest that ghosts would in any capacity be real. No. Sorry. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to leave your comments below with questions, and also don't forget that if you want to know if a question's been asked before, it's also down there. You can check. Just type something in, it shows you all the stuff, so do that. We will answer more questions in the next few days, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.